shit's given. No shit given. No shit's given. We don't care what you think.
Welcome to No Shit's Given. I'm Chris.
I'm Ben.
Let's get to it, man.
How was your week this week?
Really good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I had a thought.
Uh-oh.
I was leaving a store the other day, and there was the Amish out back. They had some kids in the buggy.
Mm-hmm.
And I got thinking...
All right, first of all, let me stop you. They were the damn cutest kids you can find. Every single one of them. You don't find an ugly Amish kid.
No.
But go ahead.
But what I was thinking is, when Amish kids go into town for the first time, do they think they time traveled? Are they like, oh my god, it's the future. There's horseless buggies here. They go into Walmart, there's picture shows.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are they like amazed with like all this technology?
Yeah, I bet.
It has to be crazy, right?
Yeah.
Like, they've never been around it
Turned on a
before,
light
and-
bulb and you walk into that.
Yeah, they're like, no candles.
Yeah.
It's nuts. Yeah, so I was wondering if the Amish kids think they time traveled when they go.
They'd have to know what time travel would be, though.
Well, they have to think
It'd be
they're in
like
the
walking
future.
into an entirely different world, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, wow, it's the future.
Yeah.
That just popped into my head the other day.
And then what happens when they go home?
Like, "Ah, damn it,
What the hell?
I'm still Amish. This sucks.
It's hot here.
And then they get Rumspringer, and the teenagers go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Go have unprotected sex and get knocked up, and then go back to the Amish.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
No, the Rumspringer.
No, the Amish in general.
Oh yeah. I don't know. Like,
I mean, I get the concept and the whole philosophy, but just why you would intentionally do that to yourself
yeah.
and
It's
be
all
oblivious.
religious, man.
Yeah.
It's a cult.
And again, it doesn't make sense to me.
No.
Religion in general doesn't
Yeah.
make sense to me. So,
Me neither. I was lucky. Well, when I was a kid, we had to go to church.
yep.
Then we got to a certain age. Mom and Dad like, well, it's your choice now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going.
No.
Nope. Done. It's a real easy decision.
Mm-hmm.
Now my brother, he's going to be a priest. Well, he is a priest.
He is a priest.
Yeah, he's got like, I don't know, he's going to some school thing.
The seminary or whatever.
Yeah, the last bit of it.
Yeah?
So,
Wow.
yeah. Yeah, he'll come right out.
I guess, I mean, each their own, and good for him, but I mean, jeepers.
Yeah, he'll be my father when it gets... My brother's my father. I really am from around here.
Really? That only happens on the other side of the river.
That's true.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So, I was wondering about that with the Amish the other day. You know, my buddy's a fireman up north,
Mm-hmm.
and he said it's really sad. They had a buggy accident with a car,
Yeah.
and he said that was sad enough. Kids were really hurt, which is really sad. But what was even sadder, he said, was watching the elders be more concerned with the horses
Yep.
that were hurt than the kids.
Yep. I've never been involved with an Amish incident. We don't have a lot of them in Port Lightning area.
Hope they don't hear this episode.
But I've heard that from other people that they're very callous
Yeah.
about it. Like the one guy basically, was found, and the son and the father found him, reported it. Dad went back to plowing the fields and let the kid deal with his brother's body and all that.
Yeah.
And like, just come on. But I guess that's how you keep moving along. Some people, I'm not. After having had massive loss, I'll never judge anybody on how they deal with such a loss.
Yeah.
But I mean, you would think like that's like a built-in thing into their
But the kids
into their
weren't-
culture.
The kids weren't dead.
Yeah.
They were hurt
Right.
really, really bad.
And it should be attended to.
And should be attended to,
Yeah.
and they're more concerned
Yeah.
about the horses.
Yep.
You know, and then they
Which is
won't-
crazy because they don't take care of their horses half the time,
Right.
anyways.
And then they won't let the kids go in the ambulance to the hospital,
Mm-hmm.
which is even more messed up.
You'll ride in on the buggy.
They'll see how they do.
Well, I've seen them at the hospital.
Yeah, I know that this one they didn't want them to go to the hospital.
Well,
They said we'll see how they feel in a day.
the
or
Lord
two.
heals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
leaves you crippled.
I don't understand about that stuff either. There's people that aren't even Amish that are like, well, no doctors. The Lord will take care of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And there might be something out there. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to be on the bad side if it is, but I'm not trusting it to make me better.
I've determined hard work, dedication, and determination. I don't know if that comes from somewhere or not, but without that, you're not getting anywhere.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway, that's my Amish.
That's your Amish thought for the week.
Besides, they should get off the damn roads.
Yes, I thought that's exactly where you were going with it too. And I was like, I'm going to intentionally not bring up traffic this week because the nightmare that's happening in here is to behold.
Yeah.
But I will say kudos to every single one of those individuals out there doing that in the 90 plus that we had to look for 3 days. Like I would have melted right into the pavement along with the pavement. So.
Yeah, we had it tough. We had to buy a new above ground pool for the kids.
Oh.
We got one of those little ones.
Yeah. The ring ones where they inflate up?
Yeah,
no,
not the inflatable ones. They got the metal frame.
Yep.
But they're like 30 inches deep.
Yep.
Perfect enough for me to sit in and have a beer.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the kid can stand in it and head above water. So
Jackpot.
That's perfect.
Yep.
I put the old one in, started leaking. I'm like, I don't want to spend $100 and some odd bucks on a new one. Flex Seal.
Yeah.
Found the big hole. Sprayed it all in there, and it stopped the big hole. It didn't stop the million other small holes that I couldn't find, so it was slowly leaking.
You just run around inside of it with the paste and just started to do the whole thing.
We used it once, so I'm like, you know what?
New pool.
$100, I can get a new one.
Yeah.
I'll just buy it. So
I'm sure that was your decision.
It was, actually.
Oh,
yeah. I'm like, let's just buy a new one.
Yeah.
I tried my $14 fix. It didn't work, so... But Flex Seal does work, surprisingly.
It absolutely does. Yep.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen it on quite a few other pools and stuff. I filled a couple this last weekend, and it was the first one.
Prevalent?
Yeah, well, and the first one she had used it, and it worked out real good for her. So, her problem was that after we got it full, the legs started to bend.
Oh,
and nobody was there. So, I get to go. I'm climbing back in the tanker, and I look over my shoulder, and I'm like, man. The wind's really blowing that out the side. That's not wind. That's just starting to lean. So I run around and I got, I've already put 4,000 gallons of water in here. So we're about to have an issue here in a second. Run around this woman's backyard. Finally, I find a piece of board and it's close enough to the telephone pole for her power station. So I jammed it in there. Like, all right, picture. Like, this is what's going on. You need to deal with this as soon as you get home. I'm not hanging out.
Yeah,
it's going to be good enough for now, but like... So she got a bunch of guys to come over, jack it up, and replace the leg real quick.
I'm lucky I have a well that's really good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the well's sulfur, but the water... Like,
you can clean it, yep.
Never run out of water, so...
Nice.
Yeah, so that's good. I can fill it.
My daughter drained hers right down to the bottom twice, filling her pool. She's determined.
Hey,
so,
you gotta get cool.
Yeah.
She's got kids. So.
Yeah. Oh, and they were in it, and they've been in it, and that was awesome.
You got in right away.
Yeah. That was a good Christmas present we got for him. She wanted to get the pool for us last year. Like, nah. I was like, I don't want to deal with it.
You guys got the hot tub.
Send it down to Brittany's and have her clean it, take care of it whenever, and you go get it whenever you want to.
Yeah,
Perfect, right?
Oh, Grandma's here to use the pool.
Yeah. You always able to play with the grandkids because they're going to be in the pool.
Our neighbors just built an in-ground pool. They had
I saw that thing.
$100 and some odd thousand.
Yeah.
You see the building they're putting up next to it?
I know, kind of.
They started putting a building up next to it. I'm like, how much money are you throwing at this thing?
Why can't people do that all the time? The worst part about filling these people's pools, I can only drain it out of a 3-inch tube.
Yeah.
All right, so it takes me forever to dump 2,000 gallons. If I could just open up the big valve, back up and open up the big valve,
Just let it go.
There you go. We could fill your pool in 2 hours.
But I can't imagine spending that kind of money on something you're going to use for a month, a year.
Hey.
I had one at my old house. It was already there, though.
Yeah, I remember.
And I used that thing, I don't know, 2 months out of the year. And it was nice to have. Mm-hmm. It really was.
See, that's what my thing was like. I don't want to take care of the pool, and honest to God, I'm going to get in it 3 times.
Yeah.
It's got to be like that weather. I would have got in it the other day.
Yeah.
If the water had been warm and everything, like it was 94 freaking degrees, yes, I'll get in the pool. But other than that...
I'm going to have an enclosed pool at my house soon. Yeah. I bought a $100 string tent to go around it.
There you go.
Because I'm sick of scooping stuff out of it.
Yep.
And I'm sick of the mosquitoes.
Yep.
So I'm like, man.
Well, that's the worst part about filling everybody's pool. Nobody thinks about it for the pool guy filler perspective.
The mosquitoes? Yeah.
No. Nobody put shade anywhere near their pool. So I stand there and just melt holding on to this hose for over and
so
over.
the pool might not be as warm this year,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to deal
You know,
with
the
bugs
cramp,
or leaves.
Well, it'll still heat up. It'll be fine.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's what's nice about those little ones.
Mm-hmm.
They get warm easy.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Doesn't take long.
No, and if I really need to, I'll just boil some water in the house, dump it.
You run the hot water hose off the washing machine.
Yeah,
Yep.
perfect. Easy peasy. My redneck pool, man. And it is red, and it leans. It's not like level. I didn't level the ground.
Just
I just
put it there.
I put it on our old patio. We had.
It's got to be pretty close to level.
It's close. I mean, it's off by like 3 or 4 inches.
So he's got a shallow end.
Yeah, that's it.
No diving on that
Right.
side.
Well, I made sure that the jets that take the water in's on the deeper side.
Drains on that good side.
Yep, I have it so it drains on that side. Well, then once it gets low enough, I just end up taking the legs out of it and just muscling it up and getting the rest of the water out. And hopefully remembering to let it dry before I put it away. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Next thing for the kids probably going to be a playground. Some kind of play set.
Yeah, I distracted her from wanting a pool this year because like we got a boat.
Yeah.
So we went fishing.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
That gets hot though on those hot days.
It was, but you could. I mean, it was really hot in the wide open, but running the edges of the river with enough shade coming down from the trees. Like we waited till the afternoon, so it was coming off that side. So I do know what I'm doing. I'm baking my ass off all day out there. But
that little boat works good with a little trolling
perfect.
motor.
Yeah, I got that 24-volt trolling motor, zip right up. We didn't. It took about. It was right after it really rained, so the current was kind of impressive. It was probably, I don't know, maybe 2 feet higher than what
You
we're
do
normal.
zip up and float down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about going down, but I'm always worried about not having the juice to make it
Get
back,
back up.
up.
I know. That's why whenever I did
Yeah.
river stuff, it'd be okay. We're gonna
But this
go upstream.
2 big marine batteries and a 24-volt motor, and we've never run it dry, run it all day.
Yeah.
I'm always concerned that I will.
Yeah.
So, and the thrust does go down eventually, but it's an 86-pound thrust trolling motor. So, like, you make a wake with this
It
thing.
moves. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah, I got to get back into fishing again. Once the boy's a little bit older.
I told her this year, I don't give a crap. We've got the 2 of them are going, so we can take a day and go fishing. I've fished twice last year.
Yeah.
Unacceptable. Back in the day, we fished 30, 40 days out of the season. Now, 2, not when I can. I just am choosing not to. Money's great, we're working, but it was more fun. We had less money when fishing, but then we didn't have 2 other people working for us. So I want to fish more.
Yeah,
That's my point.
I used to do a lot of brook trout fishing, and I bought my canoe a few years ago, a real nice Radisson canoe with the oars and everything, and I think I used it like 3 times.
Mm-hmm. You remember you searched for that one for years.
Yeah, well, I ended up buying a new one because I couldn't find a used one, so I just spent.
No,
the
we
money
never do
on it.
much trout fishing.
Yeah,
The
I
bugs
love
are terrible. We don't eat those.
Yeah.
So I don't really worry about that.
I
And
don't
then-
eat anything, so.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was gonna say. I don't eat any fish at all, other than saltwater fish.
Yeah.
But around here, that's when we first went fishing. Me and her together for the very first time. I caught a super nice bass. I'm like, yeah, snap, chuck.
Yep.
She's like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, I don't gut them, I don't
No.
clean them, I don't cook them. So if you
No.
want to, you're gonna have to. So she decided that's when she decided she's gonna have to learn how to handle and process fish.
Yeah.
Because I just won't.
No, if I catch a nice walleye, I'll keep a walleye, but trout I don't care for.
I wouldn't
eat bass.
I've never kept a fish that I intended to do anything with. The one fish that I was gonna keep, she let get away. So
the wall mounter?
oh yeah, yep.
That pike?
Yeah, that's what I said to her when we launched the boat the other day. I was like, sooner or later, I've got everything else on the wall.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, I'm gonna get a fish. It's gonna have to go to the taxidermist. You would think.
Well,
But
I
I
caught-
fished this river for 30 plus freaking years. I've only caught one that I think I was gonna put on. Well, I know I was gonna put it on the wall. I had my hands on the son of a bitch.
Yeah. My
She screwed me.
My first year brook trout fishing, I caught a wall mounting brook trout. I didn't know it was a wall mountain brook trout. It was my first year, so I'm like, oh, this is cool. This is really nice. My buddy's like, you want to keep that? I'm like, no, man, let it live. Let's throw it back. I don't eat them. He's like, sure you don't want to keep that? I'm like, no, man. Like, it's really nice fish. was okay. It was a nice male. I put it back in the water and it swam off. He goes,
Super pretty.
he goes, that was a Wall Mountain brook trout. I go, what do you mean? I go, it's only like, 20 inches. He goes, yeah.
Around here,
He
yeah.
goes, they don't get much bigger than that. He goes, I think the record's like 23 or 24 inches. You're never going to catch another fish that size. You get a 20 plus incher, put on the wall. Anymore, it's like you get an 18 or 19 incher, you should put it on the wall. I'm like, no shit. Oh well. I got a picture of it. The picture is just so dark.
Yep.
You can't even see the fish.
Yep.
So it's like, I don't have any proof of it. No, nothing. Just a story. And the way it went.
Yep.
But I miss fishing. I used to do it all the time.
We had a blast.
Yeah.
I caught half dozen smallmouth. She caught a half dozen. Couple nice pickerel.
Yeah.
Got a huge, I don't know what they call it, white fish, but like that giant, like a 16-inch shiner. I call
Oh,
it.
like a sucker?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Whitefish.
Slamming on top water.
Yeah.
Just weird.
That's weird.
It's
really weird.
It wouldn't even have fit down his mouth.
Yeah.
But he hit that thing. I watched it come off the bank, come right at it, and nail it.
Put a
I was
hook on that.
Yeah.
Throw it out there
Yeah.
for a pike.
Oh, that thing was, bigger than even those giant rubber minnows that they got down there at Walmart. It was probably twice the size of that. Like, I'm sure I got a picture I could show you. She takes pictures of all of them.
Does she?
Yeah. I try to get the ones of her, but she's such a mess when she's taking them off. She's like, bah! Just throws it out like, she's got a really nice bass. And we keep track because we're like that. And, $1 for the first fish of the day, $1 for the first fish of the year, that kind of shit. And so, tallying up at the end of the day, she's like, I caught 6. I only got pictures of 4. What do you mean? I'm like, well, the one barely hit the boat. We'll call it, it made it in, but it flopped right off. And then the other one you just picked up and chucked because you wouldn't even turn her out. Like, so I only see 4 fish on here. I got 6. You're down.
I also like fishing the Fulton chain in a fishing boat with downriggers and stuff. Like, I used to like doing that. But I had a friend with a boat. So
It's fun.
great.
Yeah.
But I don't want to buy a fishing boat to have to go to the boat launch and deal with that stuff and then go on the lake. So I don't know. Maybe when I'm older and, if the kids want to go and the wife, she'd go on a boat. She doesn't want to go in the canoe, but she'll go on a boat.
Uh-huh.
Maybe someday I'll find a used one and do that. I don't know. But I want to get fishing in the ponds with the boy. Because I just like sitting there rowing and having a line in the water.
Yeah.
And it's nice. I miss it.
Yep. Oh, it was a gorgeous day out on the river that day. And then yesterday it was super hot still. So we had some things to do first thing in the morning. Came back, mowed lawn real fast. Real fast. I was in high gear. I wasn't even really trying to get it all. I was just trying to knock it down so it didn't stay super high before I get to it again. And then I was like, you know what? I want a tattoo. So we came in and finished my piece on my butt.
Nice.
Yeah.
I have to get the rest of this arm done.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we gotta get something together. What was I gonna say? I just had something in my head and I forgot because tattoos distract. Oh,
Okay.
I put one of my Harleys up for auction.
Yep.
Yeah, I bought my Harley back. Wasn't going for jack. I think it was going for last time I looked like $8,500. Like, I want 13 for it at least. Nope, no dice. So looks like I'm borrowing trailers some more. I just wanted to sell it so I could buy a trailer for my tractor. That's all I wanted. So I don't want to come out of pocket for it. And I'm like, well, I got the motorcycle. I'm not riding, so try selling that one.
Yeah.
I'll keep my old bike. But
So no dice on the trade situation?
no. Oh, no. No, they got back. No, I'm not interested. I'm like, not even like a counter offer. Like, nothing.
Nothing.
Just not interested. Nobody's buying motorcycles.
What do you do? Buy the least desirable motorcycle out there?
I don't freaking know, man. Like, I was talking to the auctioneer, though. He's like, bikes this year, they're going for nothing. I'm like, well, I guess I'll start looking at your auction next time there's a motorcycle.
Yeah.
I'll buy them. Like, I like having motorcycles. I just don't really need it, so I'm going to sell it. But if I can buy them cheap,
And then what?
sell them.
You can't sell them.
I'll wait till the market goes
Oh,
back up.
sure.
I'll take them south. But no, I haven't had one person stop at the house and ask about the bike.
Yeah.
I've had it out front for 2 months. So, I mean, it's really no sweat off my nuts if I don't sell it.
Yeah.
Darn, I have to keep my Harley Davidson Yeah, that sucks. It really sucks having 2 bikes.
I know.
Horrible.
We have such first world problems. The other day, Stephanie was complaining because she did it. I wasn't here at the end of the day, so she had to divide up her own money. So she was making 2 different stacks and trying to figure it out and doing math and shit. And she's literally complaining about having to count her own money to Mariah, but also in front of another customer. You know, like. It was jovial and funny, but she did not see the irony in her complaint.
I have all this cash.
And I don't know how to divide it. Like, boy, that's tough.
Yeah.
There's people out there that don't know how to even find bread and water to eat today, and you're complaining because you have too much money in your hand to count at once.
I know.
Damn it.
You know when I did get people stopping at the house?
I have to keep a Harley.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You know when I did have people stopping in the house? When the Chevelle was parked out front with the Harley?
Yeah.
Because the Chevelle wasn't running and I couldn't put it away. That's when I had tons of people stopping at the house because they thought the for sale sign was for the Chevelle, not for the...
Could be.
Yeah, but then they wouldn't offer you crap for that either. So.
Yeah, no.
I didn't even get out like a ham sandwich offer for the Harley Davidson sitting out there. Like normally someone would be like, "Hey, you know, on Facebook Marketplace,
yeah, 4,500 in a snowmobile.
Yeah, I'll trade you for an old Banshee.
Yep.
You know,
yeah.
I didn't even get any of those.
No,
I didn't even get the scammer sending the message like,
oh, now that's just rude.
I know.
At least put in some effort, bot people.
Yeah. Oh, I'll give you $20,000 and then you give me 6 back.
Yeah.
I didn't even get that.
And $4,000 in gift cards.
Yeah. What I want you to do is you go get me a Google Play card, okay? Now get 4 of them for $1,000 each. Not even that. Not even that. Damn it.
Well, I mean, I'll give you $1,000. There, you got an offer.
Yeah.
I would tell your wife I made an offer.
Well, that guy was going to give me $8,000
Yeah.
or $8,500 for it, but no.
No.
Like, man, if I could find that bike for $8,500, I'd buy them all day at that. Also, I'm the kind of guy that thinks this shit's worth a lot more than what it is. But still.
I've known that.
Yeah.
You have high expectations.
I do. That bike's got under 4,000 miles, though.
You're also the same guy that would show up and not pay $8,500 for that bike. You can
I
say
would.
you would not.
All day.
You would sit here and still try to knock his head off on it.
I'd still ask you if you take 75.
Yeah.
But I would buy that bike all day at $8,500 with under 4,000 miles on it. Thanks, brand freaking new.
Yeah.
Man. Oh,
Market's the market, though.
it is. It is. I'm gonna take it up to the Harley dealer up in.
It must just be that, because after the last time we were talking about this, you're like, people don't have money. Oh, people got money. I'm seeing it. You're like, I keep listening to the crap about everybody. Like, people don't have money.
Yeah.
I live on the literal most disposable money you got.
Yeah.
And we're not having any trouble. So when that starts to slow down, then I'll believe people don't have money.
I just wonder if they're not spending it on motorized vehicles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know the car market's down too. So.
I really have been.
But then again,
the used market's freaking through the roof.
$1,000 tattoo is a lot different than $10,000 or $15,000 bike,
right,
or a $20,000 or $25,000 car.
Right, but it's also
what I mean?
like the fact that they don't have disposable money.
Right.
Like they do. I'm getting it.
Right.
You know, maybe they don't have 20 grand in disposable.
Right.
You know, I don't.
Right. Yeah.
So it's out there. Somebody wants it.
I know. I almost put it on Cycle Trader, but they want like $275 for like 3 months, and I'm like, I'm a Jew. I'd rather hold on to the bike.
Yep.
You know, I don't really want to sell.
I'm gonna say it's difficult too when you're not really motivated to sell it either.
I mean, I really want a trailer.
Yeah.
So I would give up the bike to get the trailer I want.
But only that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're motivated, but not like, hey, I got bills to pay.
Right.
Motivated.
I mean, I'd trade it for something really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, something really cool. I don't know what that really cool thing would be, but something really cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like,
you know?
it's hard to one up a Harley.
Yeah. Well,
a cooler Harley.
a cool sports car, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, that the wife would bitch at.
I was gonna say they were like, You're pro and
You got
con.
the
Like,
Chevelle. What do you need?
yeah. Well, you were trying to brag up how much of a hot rod your Tesla is.
That's a work car. I have to put tires on that. I had a piece of equipment I had to take down to get fixed down in Syracuse.
Yep, I remember you told me about that.
So when I took it down there, I had to drive north first to work. Then the guy called me. He's like, "Yeah, bring it down." So I drive down to Syracuse. I'm coming back. I have enough battery to get home, just enough. Like I'm gonna get home with like 3% battery. Because I didn't charge my car all the way to full because I didn't think I'd be going to Syracuse that day.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're on our way. I'm on my way back. I get to where you can go up Buck Hill or go to the Gorge. Road's closed. We had that storm.
The storm,
I'm
yep.
like, oh, son of a bitch. I'm like, well, hopefully just the Gorge is closed. So I shot up Buck Hill. Nope.
Yeah, everything
Workers
up
up there.
Yeah.
Like, nope. It's going to probably be a week or two before this road's open. I'm like, is the Gorge open? Like, no. That's probably going to be a while too. So I'm like, son of a bitch. Like, I have just enough battery to get home with 3%. So I come down and I start shooting over towards Turin Road to go up 26.
Mm-hmm.
And I get up there and I go by Delta Lake and I go all the way around and I get over there and I'm at like 6% battery. It's telling me I'm going to get home with like negative 1%. I'm like, ugh.
Does it operate on negative percent?
I don't know. I never had it do that. So I'm like, I can't take the chance. So I'm like, where the hell can I charge? And was it Hampton by Hilton or whatever on the base? They have a Tesla charger. So I went over there and it's a slow one. I went there and I plugged in and then I went in the hotel and pretended like I was waiting for somebody. So I sat in there for a little bit just to get enough charge to get me to Utica. I got to Utica and they have a supercharger there and I fast charged. It took me 5 minutes to charge up, which was great. If I would have known that those roads were closed, I would have drove straight to Utica and fueled up quick and then headed home and not wasted an hour freaking dicking around. So that was an adventure. So
when you started, it sounded like the beginning of a story of why I won't get a Tesla.
Yeah. So that's the first time I've ever had an issue. Like, and it was my fault. It told me to charge in Verona at the casino. And I'm like, I got enough to get home. Yeah, it's going to just make it, but I got enough.
Yeah.
It was my fault. The car told me what to do, and I ignored it. So I blame me. And then so I had to bring another piece of equipment down to swap out whatever. It's a pain in the ass when I got to do this stuff. So I charged the car up to 100%. I'm like, I'm good. I can drive all day on this. I get going, and I knew my tires, like, the alignment was off, and I guess you're supposed to align those stupid things every time you get tires. So my tires were worn down on the inside. They look fine on the outside, but they're worn down on the inside. And I knew I needed tires. I've been trying to get them. And I've been pushing it. And I'm going down the road, and I got a lot of driving to do today. And I pull over, and I turn my wheel, and I look, and you can see where the rubber is starting to, like...
Dude.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not safe.
Not safe.
So I turned around, brought it home, got the truck, and drove out back. So anyway,
if you can
after we get done here, I'm getting tired.
Yeah. Good idea.
It wasn't down to the metal, the wire yet, but it was close. So I'm like, that's not going to make it down there and back.
Well,
so
yeah.
So that was my adventures.
And
then I had fast food for the first time in like 3 years.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was in the truck and I got talking to the guy at the place because the guy doesn't see many people, man. Like, he's the only one in there and he's working on this stuff.
Pretty specialized.
Yeah.
Not a lot of customers.
No. So I'm in there and they're shutting down soon and he's telling me all this stuff and he's talking to me rough and he's giving me people who will work on this stuff now. So and I'm kind of interested in this stuff. It's kind of neat, you know, and I kind of want to learn about it. And we were trying to get it to fail while I was there. And, of course, the piece of equipment doesn't fail.
Right.
It's freaking flawlessly while I'm there. Because I was just going to wait for it and bring it home. And so, anyway, it's like an hour I'm there. And I leave, and it's like 12:30. I have to head up north from there and from Syracuse. And I'm driving. I'm like, man, I'm hungry. Like, I need to get something to eat. I'm like, oh, Cracker Barrel. Cool. I haven't been there in a long time. I'll just grab a burger or something. It'll be nice. Pull off. I don't know how to get to the Cracker Barrel, but there's a freaking McDonald's like right to my right. And I'm like, drove to McDonald's, ordered 2 McChickens with cheese and a double cheeseburger and iced coffee because they were cheap. And it was like 10 something. It used to cost me $4.
Well, 10 something still pretty cheap for getting in and out of McDonald's
I know,
nowadays.
but that was the value menu.
Yeah, value menu.
It sucked. Like it was edible.
Yep.
I'm like, this is not good.
Well, I used to like this stuff.
I used to love it.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is the best. And it was always my order.
Well, since she started doing her thing, like we've just stopped doing that, and I'm fine with that. I'd rather eat real food most of the time, anyways.
Yeah.
Supposed to not be eating that crap after a heart attack, anyhow.
Yeah. Oh God, and the mayonnaise they put on this freaking chicken.
Uh,
Oh, it was like a mayonnaise and chicken sandwich, mainly mayonnaise. Like it was.
mayonnaise, here I'm out to begin with. I'm a Miracle Whip guy.
It was just
Yeah.
Oh, gross.
Oh, just gross.
I can't do
mayonnaise is
Miracle Whip.
gross. I don't do it on much, but like a sandwich or something, I would way better.
See, I have to have mayonnaise on a sandwich. I can't
Yeah.
do Miracle Whip.
Yeah.
Something about Miracle Whip being sweet.
Yeah, tangy, yeah.
Yeah, like
No,
no.
mayonnaise is gross.
No, see, I'm just the opposite. But too much mayonnaise is definitely
Yeah.
gross.
Too much mayonnaise is way more gross.
But it was gobbed on. It was like falling off of it. I'm like, oh.
I don't
My
understand.
gut
Like,
killed me.
if I represent a style of tattoos out here, we ought to be able to nail that style of tattoos, right?
Yeah.
All right. They represent this sandwich. And when I get this sandwich, it looks absolutely nothing comparable to
No.
what I saw and made me come in.
I have to say, though, they taste the same no matter where you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like trash.
Yeah, it's consistent.
Yeah.
just
Well,
got
good for you. How'd that all work out?
The next day,
Yeah.
not great.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, my body is
Did
not
not
used to that
not
stuff.
ready
No.
for it anymore, huh?
No, this is a fine-tuned machine now,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah,
Let
I
me
can
tell
tell.
you. So yeah, that wasn't good. Body didn't like it the next day. And then today we get the Burger King coupons in the mail and Subway same day. Brought me to the wife. I'm like, you're pregnant. If you want them, here you go.
You're allowed to have that.
Yeah, you're allowed.
Mm-hmm. She probably still didn't want it.
No, she gets it every once in a
she?
while. She craves it every once in a while. Me, no,
Yeah.
not at all.
Nope.
No, like, woman, make me a sandwich. I don't say that to her ever.
No?
Kill me.
I do.
No. She doesn't kill you?
No.
Oh. She make you a sandwich?
Usually.
Nice.
Yeah. She's pretty good.
I've said it joking before.
Yeah.
You make your own damn food.
Yeah.
You talk to me like that.
Oh, I got a funny story about make your own damn food. So, when Mariah split with her boyfriend, I split with my wife. My other mutual friends broke up at the same time. We all moved into one house. 3 of us, me and Mariah and my friend Sarah. So I was kind of pseudo dad to every but kid, and we had like 7 in total at one point. It was a whole shit show, but we did our best to make it right through it, right? So as years go along, kind of I'm a uncle, kind of father figure for the 3 of Sarah's kids, and the oldest was given a real hard time about just stepping up and doing what she's told. Like, you got to go help make your brother sandwiches or whatever. And the sandwiches was in specific here. So one night I was over there and Sarah was telling me about it. So I pulled the kids all aside and said, this is the freaking deal here. All right. Now, the fact is, your mother says, you got to go do this. I don't want to hear no crap about anything else. Whether you like doing it, don't like doing it, your mother says go make a sandwich, you go make fucking sandwiches, right? That's just the end of it. And if I got to come back here and deal with this sandwich crap, I'm going to whop you. All right? Now, also, full disclosure, like, your mother could get up and make sandwiches too. But she doesn't want to or feel like she has to because you are here. So you, if are told, go make sandwiches, get off your ass or go make sandwiches.
And you're old enough to make a sandwich.
Absolutely. About a week goes by. Sarah gets a hold of me. She says, "Did you talk to the kids about sandwiches?" I said, "Yup." She's like, "Well, it's the funniest thing is I told the one, I said, go out there and make your brothers some sandwiches." And she turned around and says, Ben says you can make your own damn sandwiches. Like, you skipped the whole part about doing what you're told to do and caught the part where I said your mother could make her own sandwich.
Yeah, that's all they heard.
That's it.
That's all they heard.
Fortunately, it was very funny to Sarah. But we laugh about that. But yeah, make your own damn sandwiches.
Make your own damn
Yeah.
sandwiches.
You said that, just kind of triggered that story for
You
me.
know, I actually haven't had a sandwich in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't eat them very often.
We're way down on the carbs and all that crap.
Well, my wife's been making sourdough bread.
Oh.
It's so good.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's
I don't need
that's
anything
a kill.
on it.
Yeah.
Just a little butter.
Yeah.
I'm a happy camper.
A little butter.
So, yeah.
No, we try not to have too much of that in the house. And most of the time, like, if we get a loaf of bread, a third of it's bad by the time we get to it.
Yeah.
So,
that's why I'm glad she makes it.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I'd rather throw out food than have a kid in the house. So.
Yeah. I hate throwing away food. My wife gets aggravated with me because I can't stand throwing away food.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's leftovers in the fridge, I'm like, nope, let's just eat leftovers. Can't throw it out.
No,
you know.
I'll eat leftovers the next day.
Yeah.
After that, I won't eat them again.
See, she doesn't like having them afterwards,
Yeah.
period.
Most of the time, I wouldn't even take a doggy bag from a restaurant.
Really?
Yeah, I pay for it or whatever. It's your problem. You take care of the mess.
I came from a family of 5 kids.
Right. I found that I'd like, you know, Mariah's weight loss thing she's been doing, like learning about different relationships with food.
Yeah.
Like, I've never had a relationship like that with food where it was that important. Like, yes, my parents say you can't get up from the table till you clean your plate.
Yeah.
But once you were an adult-ish enough, like teenager, like you're done eating, well, you scrape it off in the garbage. Garbage disposal for a reason, you know, whatever the case may be. But it wasn't like I ever felt those kind of ways, like I have to finish this. You know.
I think it's half with the you have to finish your food.
And half you being...
Or you're sitting in there until you know, it's bedtime and you're not getting anything else. Or it was fighting for what was there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we never had a ton of money, so we never had much of anything at the house. It's like you were fighting. If there's a bag of potato chips, you're like punching your siblings trying to get some potato chips, you know. So I think that might be where it comes from, but I don't know. I was a fat kid too, man.
Yeah.
Like,
see, I was always pretty slim. So
I was skinny, and then we started moving a lot. And I think when we made a couple moves, like, messed me up, and I just started eating my feelings or something. I don't know.
You poor sensitive bastard.
This is what I'm getting. I'm guessing that's what happened.
I know exactly. I know exactly what happened to me. Is I got married and she could cook. I sat down and one day realized I put 30 pounds on since we got married. Like, good grief.
Up till about a year ago, I was the heaviest I'd ever been after getting married, and just being like, man.
And it's not even like, you know, I'm settled and that's I'm fine. Like, you know, I understand. Like, she puts a lot of work.
Well, my wife's a good cook too.
Right, but I mean, like, my wife puts a lot of work into being attractive and presentable, and I'm just all of a sudden realized I just turned into a 30-pound heavier slob than I was when you married me. Like, I need to step it up here.
See, mine was more like I feel like I look like shit, and I'm sick of it. Like, I don't care. I don't need to look good, but I'm like, I've never been this out of shape in my entire life. Well, you know, I've always...
Yeah, you've always been in shape.
I've always been in
guy.
shape.
Yeah.
And I was just out of shape and looking like garbage, and I'm weighing the most I've ever weighed.
And even now, like, I wake up every single morning. I'm the best looking thing of the day.
Yeah.
Like, I've always had that just ability to, like, man, I'm good.
Yeah.
You know, I've always been.
Yeah, you were never the fat kid, though.
No, I haven't been.
Right.
And that's what I'm getting at. Like, I've never understood that relationship with food in that way of being that kind of thought process. So it's been eye-opening to listen to her and you and a bunch of other people. Like, this is how I think I got here, or whatever the case may be. I'm like, I've never looked at a sandwich and thought that. Yeah. Not once. Yeah. So I've been fortunate with that.
Yeah.
You know.
See, I look at a sandwich and I'm like, I gotta finish that whole effing thing.
Yeah.
Like, even if I'm stuffed. Like, I ordered from this restaurant. I was at the office all day, so I went to the restaurant and they had to-go boxes you can get. Like, I got like a rice bowl or something. But it was too much food to eat in one sitting, but not enough to have like a second helping left over. Mm-hmm. So I forced myself to eat the whole damn thing because I couldn't throw it away.
See, I'm just the
Yeah.
opposite. Like, I would go out and, I'm kind of hungry. I get a half sub. I'll finish that. I'm like, man, I could have a little bit more. So I'd be short. All right, well, I'm hungry, so I'll get a whole sub. Knowing right off the bat, I'm going to throw a quarter of that away. There's no way I can eat a whole sub. I just get the whole thing. Like, well, I'll throw it away. I don't even think about the fact that you could eat the rest of it. Once I'm done eating, I'm done eating.
But then there's some days I don't eat.
Yeah.
So like when I'm out doing stuff, like say I'm working in the woods or something, and doing something around the hunting land or whatever, or I'm hunting. If I'm hunting all day, I don't even think about food.
I have a little snack in the bag, and that's about it.
Yeah, if I get a little hungry, I usually have a little something like some kind of bar or something in the bag, and. But I don't drink anything when I'm in the woods either.
Yeah.
I'll have water with me, but it's like I barely ever drink that.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to piss.
Yeah, I drink, but I'd bring my bottle. But I've got to drink.
I don't know how you drink coffee in the woods. I would
one
have
sip
to
at a
pee
time.
so bad.
Yeah. No, I have a bladder. I do pee. I still fill a Gatorade jug, but hey, you get out of the stand, dump it in the creek on your way out, and off you go. So I made the mistake of throwing it in my bag and then just taking it back to camp and leaving it like bouncing around in the back of the box. Yeah.
Man, who put that apple juice in my Gatorade?
Oh no, there was nothing in the bottle.
Oh.
When I got back to camp.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Everything that was in it was soaked in piss.
Yeah,
but
that's great.
no, that was really
great.
really
You
bad.
go out the next morning with it.
Well, I just didn't take that. I got enough other stuff. I got enough stuff up there. I could go through 3 different sets of clothes, 2 different backpacks, and 3 different guns, and still not run out of stuff.
I told you there was a study. All you have to do is just eat vegetables for 6 months before hunting season. Then you can pee wherever you want.
Right.
It don't matter.
There is no earthly way I am doing that.
Well, we hunt because we like meat.
Yeah.
So.
I can't 6 months. I can't hardly go 6 days. I don't go 6 days. And
do you go 6 days without venison?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah. Not without red meat, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But without venison, yeah, because we're stretching it out still.
Yeah.
So seems like that's a seasonal meal. Like
I try to make it last as long as I can.
I love eating it, but like once it starts to get warm, you're kind of in the mood for like chickens and porks and stuff like that.
I like it on the grill.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So I like breaking it out.
You get a little bit here
I
on
save
the
the
grill.
tenderloin till last too.
Oh.
I eat one tenderloin when I first kill the deer.
Yep. And then
that
the
last
last
one
one's the
frozen,
last package that comes out.
that sits there until everything else is gone, and then I break that out.
Yeah.
I make sure my wife doesn't cook it because I like my tenderloin to be
perfect,
just seared on each side. I don't want it cooked all the way through. I just want a nice medium rare tenderloin. Yeah. The rest of the steaks, cook them all the way through. I don't care. It's fine.
No, absolutely not.
But tenderloin.
Everything's rare. I want to
Tenderloin
just
has to be
just
touched.
Yeah.
Touched on the pan on each side and just. I could eat venison raw though, so. Really shouldn't, but I could.
You could.
I don't see why you couldn't. I mean, besides the chronic wasting. But the likelihood of having a deer with that, I mean.
Lyme disease, maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know why they say you should cook it all the way through, but I don't like to.
I will not.
No.
It's ruining to me. That's
I know.
terrible.
I agree.
I'll die first, and I'll die happy.
Yep. Well, we can have a longer venison episode another time, I think. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that happy jazz.
Yep. Comment. I dare you to tell somebody you watched this one.
Yeah, go ahead.
One last quick thing before we close. Everybody should know all the editing is getting done by Chris. I have absolutely nothing to do with it. He's doing a hell of a job. I just want to throw that out there.
If it sucks, blame me.
Yeah.
I'm not good at it yet.
Doing awesome,
I'm
man.
working on it, man. I'm getting there.
You're doing it.
It's
We'll
getting
see you
faster.
next week.
Later.